Who's Christy Carlson?
Oh, you mean Allison Cavalli?
I never shot a gun in my life.
She lied, didn't she?
And our friends here from Washington are deeply concerned.
This is the United States Coast Guard.
Did you have any luck finding Zukov?
If this is Zukov, is that his name?
Zukov is a KGB agent.
Kill him.
We had hard evidence.
You got no evidence.
What kind of evidence?
I'd like to see that evidence.
I want to go home and go to bed.
Works for me.
In part one of The Beautiful and the Dead.
I know something about that murder at the Motel Exotica. He had a Russian accent.
Did you see his face?
Yes.
Turn to your left.
Off the record, Miss Zuhonen, did one of them seem close?
Yes, Zukov. But I would never swear it was him.
You're still not off the hook with us yet.
Because I'm Russian?
Look, Mr. Zukov, we don't care if you're Patagonian.
Your alibi for last Friday night stinks.
When I got home tonight, I found a dead body watching my television set. I think it's a frame-up. I'm telling you, there was a body in that chair.
This is the first and only time I ever got a missing persons report with no name attached.
Why don't you tell me all about her, huh? Well, looks like we picked up a tail here.
Well, let's find out who he is.
You know, why is it all of a sudden I get the feeling we're in the big time here?
A delegation from Washington just trooped in.
We seem to have common interest in a certain Russian defector by the name of Leo Zukov. We would also like to suggest that you lay off, unless you have clear and plausible cause to approach him.
So you reported a woman missing?
Yes, yeah, I did.
What's her name?
Allison Cavalli.
But you were working on the Humphreys case.
Well, we are, but we think they might be the same case.
But you don't know how she died.
No.
Well, he was leaving that for the coroner, Captain. He didn't know the body was going to disappear.
You Allison Cavalli?
Yes.
You know who she is?
She's my closest friend. Christy Carlson.
Well, she rented an apartment in L.A. under your name.
Why would she do that? Was she hiding from somebody?
I'll have to ask that you two keep my identity to yourselves.
Next, you'll be asking me if I killed her.
Well, did you?
Hunter, it's Carlos. The body you've been looking for just came in, but I think you're in for a big surprise, pal.
And now part two of The Beautiful and the Dead.
Under my man. Where is she? Where's my favorite little vixen?
She's outside, Carlos. Where's the body?
Is it her?
Yeah. Where'd they find her?
You live in the valley, right? Sherman Oaks?
Sherman Oaks, huh?
By accident, in the storm drain at Kemp and Ventura. They were looking for a lost dog.
What's the surprise you had to tell me?
Well, she wasn't killed like you said, pal.
How was she killed?
Old-fashioned shot in the back. .22 caliber bullet entered, went through her heart, ricocheted off her rib, ended up in her duodenum. Automatic weapon, probably with a silencer.
Was there any evidence that she was running at the time she was killed?
For subtle and totally unreliable information of that kind, I refer you to the ME, who is not in at this point in time.
Well, this is a surprise that she was shot. I need that bullet.
The ME sent it to the lab with, at my suggestion, your name on the tag.
Okay, good. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Roger, stand by. Other units in 7L6. 7L6.
So, what do we got here?
She called a cab.
You get to the airport faster riding with us.
I know, but the cab driver won't accuse me of murder.
Was it Christy Carlson?
Yes, it was.
She's dead.
Yes, she is. Shot right in the back with a .22 caliber handgun.
I never shot a gun in my life. Not even at a tin can.
Miss Humphreys, is always the first time, isn't there?
All three of you?
Just me, the airport. Unless you've decided I can't leave the jurisdiction. That is the word, isn't it?
Well, you can pretty much do what you want, Miss Humphreys.
But I'm still a suspect.
A suspect is somebody with motive, opportunity, and a lousy alibi. You're a suspect.
Call my daughter. She'll tell you I was in Palo Alto that day, all day with her.
I'm sure she will, Miss Humphreys. Driver, on the way to the airport, accuse her of murder a couple times, will you?
Hunter, Mike Harrison's been looking for you guys like crazy. He went back to his office.
Hold up. Mike, Hunter. Really? Okay, we'll get over there right away. Thanks, Mike. Well, it seems as though Ralph called Big Mike. He's got something he wants to show us, but he doesn't want to talk to us over the phone about it. Come on.
What is it?
Sergeant McCall, Sergeant Hunter.
I've been trying to locate you two. I've tried everywhere. I even tried missing persons up in San Francisco. I found out you guys are homicide detectives. I'm a little scared. Now I've got something to show you. Just sit down. Take a look at that. Now, I hadn't developed that one yet when I saw you the first time.
Picture Christie's or what?
It's more the same, Ralph.
Take a closer look. Here, look at it under the light.
Well, that's picture Zukov.
Sure is.
Maybe this will help. I blew up just that part of the shot.
This is a little bit better shot. Can I take this?
Yeah. Yeah, sure. I got the negative. Who is, Zukov?
How long ago was this photograph taken, Ralph?
That was, well, the last time I saw her.
It's probably the day she died.
What?
It was probably taken on the day she disappeared.
Thanks, Ralph.
He's in there. Their lips are saying no, but their eyes are saying yes.
Doesn't make any difference, McCall. Tomorrow we get the troops in here and get a warrant for his arrest.
Yeah, what about that hard-nosed jerk from Washington that warned us to lay off, huh?
Yeah, he's a jerk, all right, but he's got his job, and we've got ours. As far as I'm concerned, the Zukov character is a loose warhead. It's late. Let me take you home. You need some sleep.
So do you, big guy.
Come on.
Sergeant Hunter! Harvey, quick, call an ambulance!
How you feeling, Hunter?
I'm all right, Gene.
How many fingers?
Are you kidding?
No, how many fingers?
Let's see. I think there's about 3 of them there. Yeah, 3. I'll go with 3.
I do not believe you make only one print. Where are others?
I swear, I only made one of each. Why would I make more than one?
But you did. And I know it.
I didn't. Please, you've got the negative. That's all I've got.
Take 2 of these every 4 hours.
Excuse me. Were you in your jammies when they called?
Yeah, I was in my I got dressed again. Are you all right? What happened?
I'm fine. Get in. You're driving.
Oh, are you gonna take those aspirin without any water?
Yeah. This is L56. Send a couple black and whites over to 3142 Park Terrace in Brentwood. Run a code 3. McCall and I are en route. L56 out. 3 guys that jumped me took the picture. We gotta roll.
Tell me.
He's telling the truth. Kill him. Entra para dar. Negare Chinchazir? Ayo. Ayo, negativo name. Shatlav. Shatlav. I got the photographs.
I am not Armenian, and I would prefer you speak Russian or English when I'm present.
You will go back to your place and wait. You'll be picked up within the hour.
What do you mean, picked up?
I have arranged for you to return back home.
But why? Everything settled. This was merely a police case. Now it's finished.
You are to return home tonight. Before you make another mistake and expose me as well.
Did you send for an ME?
Yes, sir. You should be here any moment.
They got the negative. The whole room's trashed.
Hiya, Barney.
Now, what do we got this time?
I don't know. Take a look.
Looks like he was killed the same way that John Humphreys was.
Yeah? Same spot?
Yeah, same place. Probably the same stiletto blade.
What is it? What's happening?
It's okay. Did you hear anybody, Mr. Lillian?
No. Nothing.
Did you see anybody? Did you see anybody new that you haven't seen before? Anyone at all?
Nothing. Oh, I'm sorry.
Let's get out of here.
You know, we're going to have to get a search warrant if we're going after Zukov.
We gotta find out where he is first. Look, I don't care what you gotta do. I want a warrant issued for Zukov's arrest. Suspicion of murder. Now get with it. L56 out.
You know, the Greater Russian Social Club's going to be locked up tight at 3 o'clock in the morning.
And I hope so. Pull over here. Cut your lights. Zukov's got to be in that limousine.
You want to call for backup?
No, not yet. I want to see where he's going first. What do we got here?
You're going to check us out.
Just play it straight. This is L56. Send the paramedic in the backup to the corners of Midvale and Pico. There's been a car crash. Arrest the occupants. L56 out. 56, we're in pursuit of a black stretch limousine headed west on Pico Boulevard, just west of Archer. Request a backup, code 3, L56 out.
Limo, Hunter.
You gotta be headed for Coast Highway.
All right, what do you want to do? Go north or south?
Go north. This is L56. Contact West LA Dispatch. There's a black and white headed west on Pico Boulevard. We want their unit designation.
10-4. L56, that unit is 17 Adam 32.
Have them switch to frequency 17, please.
10-4.
17A32, come in.
This is 17 Adam 32.
This is L56. We're turning north on Pacific Coast Highway. We're looking for a black stretch limousine. We'd like you to go south. If you find it, call us, but do not overtake. Copy?
10-4.
Hey, there it is.
Counted 4. How about you?
Yeah, and I swear one of them was Zukov.
Yeah.
Road or Hunter?
What the hell? What time is it?
Well, it's 4 a.m. and there's trouble in River City, pal.
What? Hunter, how did you get this number?
I'm a detective, remember? Listen, I think you got a problem here. A boat just left Malibu, and I think Zukov was on it.
If he is, you're the one with the problem. Now get the hell off the phone. I gotta call the Coast Guard.
I've already done that, Broder. Now, if you want to talk to me more about this problem, I'll be in my office. Good night.
Hunter.
He's sitting at your desk.
I hate that more than anything.
Any word from the Coast Guard?
Why is it everybody dumps on my desk? Nobody ever dumps on your desk. Why is that? What?
I said, is there any word from the Coast Guard?
No. No word. Did you have any luck finding Zukov?
No, he's gone. What scared him? Why did he run?
He ran because we found a hard, solid piece of evidence that could have put him away from murder.
Yeah, and he took it with him.
What kind of evidence?
Photograph showing him in the apartment of Christy Carlson, probably taken on the day she was murdered.
You see, Zukov sent over a couple of muscle brains to rough me up and take the photograph, which they did. He also got the negative by killing Ralph, the photographer. He stabbed him exactly the same way he stabbed John Humphreys.
You got any coffee in this place?
Yeah, right over there.
A little privacy.
Right back there.
Right. I never heard of Christy Carlson. Who is she?
What about Allison Cavalli?
No. My partner and I were sent to Santa Clara because Humphreys called the U.S. Attorney's office, and they called us. I was around the time there was a whole slew of arrests being made for espionage. And those people were eyeballing the death penalty. And Humphreys, well, he sounded scared. Someone trying to make a deal, way out of some big trouble. But when we got there, he did a switch. Gave us some phony song and dance. We couldn't turn him around.
Well, I thought you said he had no connection with Zukov.
I'm not allowed to discuss Zukov with you or anyone else outside of my agency.
Oh, what agency was that?
You can't talk about Zukov because he's a spy, right? He buys high-tech secrets, prototypes, that sort of thing.
You two better pray to God you can show strong cause for leaning on Zukov. Especially after you were given fair warning to knock it off. Because if you can't, you and your immediate superiors are in deep, deep squat.
Let's see now. It went like this, right? Zukov is a KGB agent. You knew that. But he didn't know that you knew it. Is that right?
If you would have told us that Zukov was KGB, we would have stayed clear. But you told us that he was a friendly defector.
And I'm not telling you anything different now. This KGB crap, that's your scenario.
Are we on the same side here, Broder?
We're not even on the same planet. And let me tell you something else. If Zukov was KGB and he didn't know that we knew, that'd be pure gold. And scaring him into taking a powder would put you two on the wrong side. Thanks for the coffee. You better pray to God you can get another copy of that photograph. It sounds like the only hard evidence you two, sports have had.
I want to go home and go to bed.
I know the answer.
What answer?
Allison Cavalli. Want to hear it?
On the way home in the car.
Remember what Allison Cavalli told us about Christy and her man, that in a year or two, all her plans would be locked in. You remember that?
Yeah, so you think that she knew what Humphreys was up to?
I knew about it. She was involved in it. She knew Zukov. She had to. When Humphreys got scared, she got scared, and that's when she ran to Zukov.
Okay, then why would she do that?
To get her plans back on track, you know what I'm saying? And it worked, didn't it? Because Zukov upped the ante or something. It kept Humphreys right in line, at least long enough for Zukov to get him down here till he could take him out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
L56, we have the Coast Guard on the line.
Patch him through.
I knew you'd say that.
All right. Turn all three of them and their boat over to the U.S. Marshal. 3 men are refusing to answer any questions until their attorney gets here. So we can't talk to them now.
Well, that figures. Do they have papers?
Well, they claim to be U.S. citizens. Maybe they are. If Zukov, is that his name?
Yeah.
If he doesn't wash up on one of our beaches, they won't be able to hold him. And the chances of you finding any fingerprints on that boat are pretty slim.
A boat like that can do over 90 knots, can it?
That's right.
Is there any reports of Russian ships in the area?
3 notifications today of special interest vessels on their way out of port.
You got a secure phone I could use in private?
Yeah, sure. They could have rendezvoused with any one of those vessels. The tanks were down to vapor when we picked them up.
Yeah. Appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Sure. Good luck.
What are you doing?
We're not taking any calls, and you're taking me home.
Why? You've been sleeping all day.
Look, I need some sleep, okay? Take me home. That jerk from Washington's gonna hassle us tomorrow, and unless I get some sleep, I'm gonna punch him out.
Ooh, feisty, huh? Little banty rooster. Hey, listen, the scenes is just so feisty. How about you and I check into the Hotel Exotica? I got a trunk full of apparatus bags. What do you say?
Oh, wonderful. That sounds great. Let's time out on that, though, okay? Let's do it some other time. I need to go home and sleep in my own bed. Disconnect the phone.
If you want to have a boring night's sleep, that's up to you.
That's what I want. Thank you very much. Motel Exotica.
And our friends here from Washington are deeply concerned. And should their concerns prove legitimate, the chief has authorized me to launch a full investigation into your handling of this case and the conduct of these three officers in the matter of Leo Zukov.
Yeah, well, we'd just like to have a little light shed on what these concerns are.
Only a few days ago, in this office, I asked you, Captain, I asked you, Sergeant Hunter, and you, Sergeant McCall, to go easy on Leo Zukov. To lay off were my exact words, unless you had clear and supportable cause. Am I correct in that?
We had cause for everything that we did.
Oh, you have further information, evidence, other than the opinion of a witness who refused to confirm that evidence under oath?
We had hard evidence linking Zukov with Christy Carlson.
I'd like to see that evidence.
Well, so would I, but as you know, I lost it.
So, in other words, as far as we know, that evidence never really existed, did it?
Look, Hunter got attacked outside his own home by 3 professionals and the evidence was taken. At the same time that was going down, the photographer was killed. And that was probably by Zukov, and he got the damn negative, all right?
You got no evidence. Isn't that the bottom line?
It looks pretty bad, yeah.
Mr. Watterson, what's really going on here?
Let me give you a damage report, folks. Leo Zukov was a KGB agent who didn't know we had him online. A vital, second-level agent who was about to lead us to his top-level superior at any moment. Until you two fatally impacted our case action.
Anything to add, Captain?
Yeah. First of all, Lieutenant Finn was in no way involved in this case. And secondly, Sergeants Hunter and McCall were operating at all times under my instructions.
You're excused, Lieutenant. You too, Sergeants. Well, just a second, you two. I got a couple questions I want to ask you on this.
Not right now, Ambrose. We got a lot of things to do, and number one is to push this case right down Watterson's throat, isn't that right? Come on.
Where are we going?
Let me ask you a question. How did Zukov know that I had that photograph? He had to have been at Ralph's apartment, right? Now, just perhaps, maybe, one of those airheads at the pool saw something. What do you think about that?
I think it's worth checking out. You know, it's wonderful what a couple hours sleep will do.
Yep, makes you whole. So what's the big deal?
Zukov wasn't there.
What do you mean Zukov wasn't there?
When we went to see Ralph, the night he gave us those pictures?
Yeah.
I saw somebody watching us as we came in. It wasn't Zukov, it was the manager.
Miss Danilian?
She watched us go up those stairs. Now, you remember the night we went back after Ralph was killed?
Yeah.
We asked her specifically, did you hear anything? Did you see anyone? Remember what she said?
Yeah, she said she hadn't seen or heard anybody. But in fact, she had. She had seen us.
That's right.
She lied, didn't she? You know, you ought to be a detective.
Yeah, that's what my mom always said.
Well, I think it's about time we get ourselves a warrant for Miss Danilian.
I agree. Specifying what?
122 caliber hand pistol with a sound suppressor. You know, I knew Zukov didn't kill Christy Carlson. Wrong weapon.
May I help you?
Yeah, we'd like to talk with you.
Certainly. What is it?
Well, you do remember us, don't you?
Of course, you are with the police. May I ask what you wish to talk to me about? Poor Mr. Skinner, perhaps.
Well, perhaps.
Can we talk about it out here?
No, I'm afraid we can't.
I do not understand why not.
Oh, well, maybe this will explain why.
It says here the only thing you're searching for is a .22 caliber handgun. I do not have such a thing.
Oh, well, then we can go inside and take a look and be sure of that, right?
I wish first to talk to my attorney.
Good, let's go in. Oh, Mr. Nillian, hold the phone. We'll make our search. If we find the gun, you'll be arrested. Then you can make your phone call. Thank you.
Go ahead. Look for a gun. You will not find one.
Yeah, Sergeant Rick Hunter. Send over a paramedic, a black and white, and an ME to 3142 Park Terrace, Brentwood, code 3. Thanks.
I want to make a phone call.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Tell me about Christy Carlson. Why did you remove her body from my house? Didn't you think anybody would find her? Doesn't make any difference. The bullet that killed her came from this gun. We'll be able to prove that thanks to you.
I wish to make a phone call.
Well, we're going to turn you over to a fellow from Washington, D.C. Very unpleasant fellow. The phone call will be up to him.
You're not going to like him much, Mrs. Denalian, but he's going to love you.
Ambrose, Hunter, do me a favor, will you? Get a hold of Captain Waller. Have him find out where Watterson is. I've got something very special he might be interested in. Thanks.
Jerry, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Coming and going.
Going, and I'm late. I gotta get back to the airport. I got 40 minutes to catch a plane.
Well, I don't think you have to rush. There is a flight to San Francisco every hour,
I know,
isn't
but
there?
I gotta get back. Listen, I left a letter with Lieutenant Finn for you guys. Does the name Ralph Skinner mean anything to you?
Yeah, did he write you a letter?
No, it's addressed to you, marked important confidential. Somehow it found its way to me.
Well, was it important?
Well, it better be. Roger fare's $89. I'm kidding, but I didn't open the letter.
Did the envelope seem to have a photograph inside?
Yeah, that's why I decided to bring it down instead of mail it to you.
Jerry, it's going to help us out a lot. Thank you.
Oh, good, good.
Sure is. You sure we can't talk you into staying for dinner?
Tell you what, I got 10 days coming next month. I'll take you up on it then, okay?
Great.
Yeah.
Have a good flight.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take care.
Will do.
Bye.
And thank you.
You got it.
That thing doesn't make one damn bit of difference. The loss of Zukov was avoidable. It should have been avoided.
There's more, Mr. Watterson. Colonel Danillian, KGB. We arrested her on first-degree murder. She was Zukov's boss, the one you guys couldn't find.
I don't see anything here about KGB or anything about Zukov.
Well, that's just the way the arrest report reads. Actually, she thought she could get a better deal by declaring her Soviet citizenship. And she called the Soviet embassy, and there are a couple of lawyers on their way here now from the embassy.
Is this woman in custody here now?
Yes, we have her downstairs.
I want to see her.
You don't mind if Captain Weiler and I go along?
No.
Well, I guess we can finally put this one to rest, huh? Go back to our ordinary run-of-the-mill business of mayhem and murder.
You know what? There's still something I don't get here.
What's that?
Right, we know that Zukov killed John Humphreys and Ralph Skinner.
Right.
And we know that Colonel Danillian killed Allison Cavalli.
Mm-hmm.
So who was the guy that followed us back from Zukov's? You know, the guy who took his car over the L.A. River. What? Who was that?
Come on.
What?
Don't you know who that was?
No, I don't know who that was. Who was that?
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. Who was that? Who?
I don't know.